The Arty 84 Show.
All right, what's going on, everybody? It's the Arty 84 Show, episode 246. We are live here, the Friday edition, happy hour edition. It's been about a week or a half since we did a show. I know we were doing these shows twice a week, and that's the plan. But last week was a little bit crazy of a week, and we are back onto the regular schedule. So we weren't going to even do a show today. Everything fell apart. I was right now. I'm supposed to be at Fenway Park at the Red Sox Yankees game, and well, everyone blew me off today. I had plans to go if Eric Danger Powers, he couldn't go, and then I sent out about a text message to about 15 people, and all of them, I would say out of the 15 texts, I got a response by 33% of them. So there's still 10 people who may still think there's a game going on today, and or we're going to the game. I ended up selling the tickets, thankfully, and not thankfully. It's good and bad. Thankfully, it was a Yankees game, so the tickets were easily be sold. Unthankfully, it is probably one game I wanted to go to all year. I get a 20 game package with the Red Sox, and I usually get one or two Yankee games. This year, we only got one. Last year, we got two. Next year, we'll get two. Switches off, and yeah, that one Yankee game. I can't complain. I did see the Sox play the Yankees at Yankee Stadium 4th of July, but still. But here I am, Friday, happy hour. It's 5 o'clock. Hell of a week last week. So for last Friday, we didn't go on because it was my 40th birthday. As you can tell by the sign behind me. Let's see, someone's calling me. We'll get to these calls in a minute too, that have been driving me absolutely AWOL for the last 3 days. But we'll get to it. So 40th birthday Friday. Thought I was just going out for drinks with Danger Powers and his wife. And it turned out to be that I was being thrown a surprise party by the lovely Susie J. And it was a hell of a surprise party. I was indeed surprised. I thought something was fishy. Something was up, perhaps. Something was a little odd about the whole arrangement. But I had been, the Fridays at this point, I'm so exhausted that I didn't even once think that something may or may not have been up. And so I kind of just went with the flow, walked into the place. There was about 50 something people there from all eras of my life, to be actually. People I've known since I was a kid, people I've known just frequently, people I see at work all the time, friends. Like I had most of the fantasy football league there. So it was actually a very, very surprising, awesome night. And she did a very great job. And actually, these are some of the pictures you can see here. I don't know if you can. This was one of the many pitches that were displayed for the engagement, but she had all these things. It was great. Had a hell of a time. Went by super, super quick. It kind of had the feeling of like a wedding. You know, you go to a wedding and they always just fly by. You know what I mean? So it was good. We had a great time. Everyone seemed to have a good time. So that was that. That was Friday. That's why we didn't have a show. I worked. She picked me up. I could probably squeeze one in. I had a lot to do. And then Monday, we'd even do the Girls Nest show. I had so much stuff backed up for the week that I had to get done on Monday. So we'll be back to the regular schedule. With the Arty 84 show will be live Monday, and we will do the Girls Nest, obviously, which is a whole nother show, but that's the one that Adam and I do every Monday. We'll be doing that, and we should be back on schedule at this point. So yeah, so and I'm drinking we have a choice tonight is the Sam Adams. So we went camping Saturday with me, my uncle, my cousins, and we did a little canoeing. So that was an adventure. First of all, I just want to talk about this cool glass. I don't know if you can even make it out. Can you see it right there? This was a gift along with a nice bottle of Di Zerano from Susan and I friends, Joe and Brienne. She told Sue she wanted the goofiest looking picture of me. And so put it in a glass. And it's me eating a hot dog. I believe this is from, if I'm not mistaken, me eating the blue hot dog at the Jacksonville Jaguars game at my bachelor party in 2018. I'm pretty sure that's where this picture came from, but it's a great picture. It's a great glass. And I will be enjoying this fine Sam Adams beverage in it. It's actually the first sip of the glass. So how you like those apples, guys? So yeah, Saturday I went camping. Went up to Ossipee Lake up in New Hampshire, and we were supposed to. It was a little canoe trip. It was basically we get into the water, we canoe down a couple miles into the lake, cut across the lake, and call it a day and camp for the night, which is nice and easy. So we got there, we set up the campsite and everything, no problems at all. I did not have a kayak or a canoe. I did in fact have a inflatable raft, the Explorer 200 to be exact. And I also had the Explorer 300. I had two rafts. Now, it was a rookie mistake not to bring both of them because I'm about to tell you the story. Well, that second one would have became very handy. I do not think I would have made it across the lake in the Explorer 2 or 300, but I made it a third of the way down the creek or the river. I guess it's a river. It's kind of a creaky river. Um, Now you got to mind you in a kayak you're very jubilant. You can navigate quite well and get around obstacles that may appear in your way. When you're in the Explorer 200, it's a lot tougher to navigate, especially when you have like two separate oars. It's not one oar, and I'm plowing. So I got about a third of it. Was nice and comfortable. Don't get me wrong. I actually live streamed a little bit on Instagram, and then it started getting really difficult where I had to start like doing some stuff. So I basically got about a third away, and there was a branch on the creek, and I was picked up in a current, and I couldn't pivot the Explorer 200 fast enough, and I careened straight into the branch. Now I had just inflated. I every time we stopped along the way, I would inflate it with my little USB electric pump. And that was my biggest mistake. I shouldn't have done that. I should have kept it a little bit softer because it would have absorbed the impact a little bit better. Instead, this was stiffer than an 18-year-old kid on prom night. This thing hit the stick and just a little bit of a poke got the Explorer 200. And as soon as I hit it, I go, oh no, this is bad for business. And I heard slowly. It was a pinhole size. Now, if I had a patch kit on me, we would have figured this out. Again, I don't think I would have made it the last leg where we had to go about a half a mile across like a couple coves in the lake. I probably wouldn't have survived on the Explorer 200, but I don't know. So I go to my cousins. I go, I think I'm going down. So luckily, I had everything waterproof bags and I was ready to go in case I needed to. So I managed to canoe myself to a beach or row myself to like one of these little beaches they have on the side. And when I got there, I go, what are we going to do? So the Explorer 200 still had enough air in it so you could still tow it and contain the stuff in it. We ended up using it as our dumpster. We threw all our cans in it as we were drinking down the creek. But I had to do a very erotic, non-masculine thing and sit on the front of my cousin's canoe, cousin Ryan's canoe for the, I'm sorry, kayak for the rest of the creek. And then I had to jump in the canoe with a bunch of kids and Ryan's buddy and his kids and I help them canoe across the creeks. And I gotta say, I didn't have to do much work, so I wasn't too sore because 2/3 of the river I wasn't doing any work, but just enjoying myself. But I learned a valuable lesson that day. I will not be taking the Explorer 2 or 300 for that matter on a wild adventure down a creek and never alone to a lake for that matter. That would just been catastrophic. But so that was Saturday. We camped tonight, Sunday. I was very tired. I was a little hungover from the Friday escapades. Woke up early, woke 7, got up to New Hampshire, was up there by 8:30. A little hungover. And I was able to recover, but I didn't think it was gonna be a long night. So by the time we go back to the campsite, we stopped for some pizza after we were done. Got to the campsite around 8:30, had a fire going, and I was falling asleep for a minute, but then all of a sudden I got my second wind. That was all I needed. I got my second wind and I was ready to roll. I managed to stay up. I was up till like 1:30 in the morning by myself at this point. Everyone went to bed. I was the only one awake. And sat by the fire and just engaged in general thoughts and all that stuff. So, and I woke up Sunday, came home, and of course, I've been exhausted ever since. So I haven't really caught up on my sleep yet. And of course, Monday we had a busy day. I had some work to do after the work, of course. So I worked basically nonstop, uh, 4 days in a row. Half just one job today. I guess you count this as a job. This is more of a hobby, if you will. More I enjoy this more than anything else. If it could make this a job, that would be absolutely phenomenal. Maybe someday. But yes, it's this Friday. If you're watching this now, you're probably just leaving work or you just got out of work. Um, and what else? Yeah, that's about it. So okay, so back on these, I want to talk about two things here. So another thing, I keep getting these phone calls from a realtor. So my parents' house is in one town where I grew up, and it's not in Boston. It's in the burbs, Revere to be exact. And there's an address that is exactly like theirs that just went for sale or is posted for sale in Boston, and it happens to be in the North End, and it happens to be like a multi-million-dollar place, right? So people, for some reason, and maybe it's because it's in the same county, but didn't bother doing their homework and seen the address pop up and assumed it was the Revere address and Google it. And of course, when you Google it, you get my name, my parents' name, right? I got, I would say, 8 to 9 phone calls in a row over the last 3 days asking if the property is still for sale. And I started fucking with these people. One guy said I lived by the river. Another guy said, "Well, it's not really for sale. We've been using it as a brothel." I told another guy it burnt down. I told this woman who it sounded like she was from India. She didn't speak. Her English was very, very, and I don't speak very good English. Her English was not good. And I told her something, and she was just making some noises. I don't know what she said to be exactly, but yeah, I've been getting these calls since then. So I don't understand why. But all you have to do is do your look at the city. It's a different city. It's not the same city, right? And if you're supposedly in real estate in the Boston area, you should know there's a significant difference between Boston, the North End neighborhood, and the city of Revere. Okay, I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, you're apparently not doing your homework. By the way, we're in the inside studio today. We're not in the outside studio. We have a little problem with the outdoor desk um, that we're going to be tackling this weekend. The whales. So it's an IKEA $30 special desk that I kind of modified a million times to make it work. And the whales I used on it were these what do they call them? Casters for my kegerator outside, which I don't need whales in my kegerator. It's going to be sit there, so I didn't put them on. And I had these things spare in the basement, so I built this kind of frame around the bottom, and I kind of built these casters into the thing. Now, great and everything, but they're not very secure. And moving it up and down and over the deck and over the doorway and stuff has caused wear and tear on it. So it lasted about a year. So I'll give it a year. It's pretty good. Um, this weekend I'm gonna go to Home Depot. I'm gonna actually build a frame, a square frame on the bottom of the desk, and kind of like support it. So it's supported in, you know, 3 sides plus the bottom. And I'm going to put some heavy duty casters, some rubber wheels on it, like the ones like you would have like on a wagon that are very more versatile and they're not so rigid. Which the rigidness is what's causing it's getting hit and it's bending the bolt and it's causing one of the wheels is basically hanging off. So I have to put like a little stop on it. So needless to say, we did not bring the outdoor desk outdoors, and that's so why we're not in the outdoor studio. So we will be probably back in the outdoor studio, hopefully Monday. Since we're going to take advantage of this nice weather because it's only so long the weather is nice here in New England. And before we know it, it's going to be ice cold and we'll not be able to use the outdoor desk. I'll probably get 3 more months out of it. I said to October probably, but I don't mind. But that's the outdoor desk story. Camping story, I said. Telemarketing is calling. I thought there was something else. I can't think of it. Huh. I think that's it. Oh, I just looked at my phone. I just realized Poshmark. Are you anyone out there familiar with Poshmark? So I heard the commercials for it. Apparently apparently it is an app in which you can download. And if you have clothes, it's mostly for women who wear like a dress once, I think, and then they sell it. Never gonna wear it again, or they don't fit and stuff and everything. I have a significant amount of clothes that I don't fit in anymore, and I don't actually wear anymore. I have a lot of dress shirts and stuff that just don't fit me anymore. I just don't wear them anymore. I'm a t-shirt and shirt and shorts guy. Luckily enough, I work at a job where I don't have to dress up every day, so I don't, and I hopefully never have to do it because it's not really my thing, you know. So I hear these commercials, and I'm sitting here today, and I'm like, you know what? For the hell of it, let's let's check it out. So I download the app, and all right, and it's pretty easy. You download an app and you make an account, and then you just take a picture of whatever item you're selling. And you put a little description on it, like size and all that stuff. So that's what I did. And I'm being bombarded with spam. I think this app is a spam app. So like, I'm looking at my notifications right now, right? And I'm at like 30 from Poshmark. Like people are following me. Who's following me? Like this is like the weirdest thing ever. Like all these people here are following me on my Poshmark app, and I don't even know who they are. Like I don't know how they found me. And like someone's like sharing my listing. Like this is what I listed. I don't know if you can see it. A pair of pants. A pair of shorts. I was like, let's test this out. So I posted a pair of shorts, and I just said, 31 waist don't fit me anymore. Wore them a few times. Perfectly good. So they gave me a suggestion price to sell them for $16, $5 shipping. That's $20 right there. Um, for something I'm not going to wear, and if I don't end up selling, I'll just, give it to, the Salvation Army or whatever like that. But you know, it's just easy if I can just get rid of it this way. It's first chance if I can, and they'll donate it. But you know, it's let's see how this goes. But I've been bombarded with notifications, um, for I don't know this app. It's been obsessed with my life. It just wants everything to do with me. For one pair of gray shorts that I wore one summer, it's causing me all this popularity on Poshmark. I'm like one of the most popular guys on Poshmark, and I don't even know how. If you see my sense of style, it's not very good. In fact, it's not something that one would go out of their way to try to mimic whatsoever. I'll tell you that much. It's very very odd, to be in fact, and I just don't know. But I'll give it about a week. If I continue getting this like spam, um, I'm just gonna delete the app. You know, it's just the way to do it. It's just useless at this point. A couple weeks ago, we went on a trip. We went to Yankee Stadium. On the way home, we stopped at Pez. You guys ever do this? So the Pez headquarters and candy factory is located in Orange, Connecticut, which is about an hour south of Hartford. It's right in the middle. It's right near New Haven, if you will, right? And so you go there, and it's not really a tour. You kind of look through the window. We can see them making stuff. Every time I've been there, it's been on the weekend, so they haven't actually been actively making stuff, but you can still see in there. But they have like a Pez museum, so they have like every Pez ever made, like all the Pez dispensers, like like these guys, right? They're everywhere. Just drop the golf ball. Um, and it's cool. It's like $6 to get in, but they give you like a $3 credit to buy stuff. So like you've given the money, you're getting the money right back. You're gonna buy stuff anyways, right? So it's pretty cool. So we took the kids there, and they actually had these dispensers, right? So I love the taste of Pez. I never have the patience to put them into the dispensers, but I do thoroughly enjoy a Pez or two. But they have these buckets that you get, and it was like $6 for this bucket, and you got to fill it with any flavor. It smells freaking phenomenal. Every flavor Pez you wanted. So I did a little varietal. Lasted 2 weeks. It's a lot of Pez. It was a better deal because they had pre, um, pre-filled bags, and you got about a half the amount than you would if you just did it yourself. You got double the amount. So, that probably involve diabetes, or, my sugar level will be really, really high when I go see the doctor in a couple weeks for my annual checkup. But other than that, things are going great. I finished that off today, and I was very proud of that. We have a significant amount of treats from the party, chocolates and candies of all sorts. Enough stuff to last the entire summer long. So that's something to look forward to. Had to clean out a bag of gummy bears out of my car too. Gummy bears should not be left in your glove box. like Sour Patch Kids, not even gummy bears. I bought a bag and I threw them in my glove box. And then when I was camping, I go, oh, you know what I could go for right now? Some gummy bears. And then I opened the bag, and all the gummy bears had blended into one giant blob of sticky mess. And I said, okay. And I just ignored it until about 2 hours ago. And then I decided to deal with it. And it was a mess. Absolute mess. Sticky as all hell. So public service announcement: in this hot, intense heat, do not leave any gummy products of any sort in your car. Therefore, it would cause a sticky, um, sugary mess, right? So that stuff. See if we have anyone watch any questions. Let's go to the live chat, see if there's anyone who has any information they want to share here. Um, it is a Friday afternoon. These Friday shows are 5. Yeah, I like to do them live, but it's mostly for the archives. It's mostly for you watch on demand on YouTube and stuff. We're back on. Um, we've been updating on Podbean lately, so now all our current episodes are now available to download on Spotify or Pandora or Apple iTunes. We had not posted on there for a year and a half. The last time we had posted was late 2022. Obviously the show's been updated on YouTube and stuff, but the audio version we just never stripped down for some reason. And I've been on the process of doing it. I've been doing like 5 to 10 episodes a week. We're almost caught up. So probably by next week, we should have all updated. So every time you hear or see this podcast, you'll be able to listen to it as well on whatever you like. So just go to Pandora, just type in the Pandora, like the bread company. Go to the bread company and ask for the ID84 show. See what happens. I'm sure they'll look at you like you have 3 heads. I think you're a little odd, but go to Pandora, type in the ID84 show, and you will get I think we're up to episode 230. So that means there's only 16 episodes that aren't updated yet. So which I'm sure will be updated by next week. So I did want to share. So yeah, do that. Subscribe so you get them download automatically. Give you something to listen to in the car. Little half-hour shows. The old shows used to be an hour, but they changed it. But another picture right here. I have these around my office right now because I'm trying to find a place for them. Probably downstairs when I build my new studio down there. But look at these pictures here. This is my favorite one. This is Susie J feeding me like a seagull. And that is one of me dancing at my sister's wedding. I have to say I have very unique picture poses. There's no really serious pictures of me. Like included in this picture is me wearing my grandmother's like jacket. She has like this floral jacket. If you go to my Facebook, you'll see it, but I just don't know why. I decided it was a good time to wear my grandmother's jacket. My grandmother's 90 something years old. 94 actually, just turned 94 a couple weeks ago. So I don't know. Looks pretty good though. I bet if I wore that out into certain parts of town, I'd be a very popular gentleman there. But maybe who knows, right? You never know. That's how it goes. So that's Friday. It's a recap, but we'll have some more prep for you guys next week. Like I said, we had no intentions of doing a show today. We're supposed to be at the Sox game right now, but plans changed, so I decided I was going to share and keep the rhythm going for you guys with these twice a week shows. So any questions or comments, leave below. I have my last few episodes. We started talking about we talked about assassination attempt, and we talked about vice president picking, and he triggered some people. Now I didn't say anything controversial. I was working both sides. I just made some points. Looking at it very neutral, looking at both sides of the table. And there's a lot of people get very, very triggered on the TikTok world. So we obviously take clips of this show and we post them on TikTok in like 30-second segments, right? And that pretty much allows you to give a little sample. And if you like it, then you can click and listen to the full episode, right? So this has been very triggering to some people. And I've been literally telling people they need Jesus because they're very mean. These keyboard warriors. Now, it doesn't bother me. I've been doing stuff like this for 20 years now. Since the beginning of Facebook and 2004, I was on there. I think I came on like a few months later in 2005. But we've been streaming the show and posting it everywhere, since I was doing the WIRE days or the WML days, even 91.5 WUML, UMass Lowell. That was the name of the station. And then I was at WIRE, Wentworth Internet Radio Experience. Yeah. That's the radio station I helped start up back in the day at the school. But yeah, people would leave comments and stuff like they were the keyboard warriors back then. But the way I look at it is if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say it at all. I don't know why people have to be so mean about stuff, Doesn't make any sense. Like if you just don't have a different opinion, just move on to the next video. These are 30-second videos. It's 30 seconds of your life, right? Scroll up to the next one. But I do think it's funny. And I wonder if you would see these people out in the street in the real world, if they would say anything to you. They wouldn't. You know what I mean? I mean, there's some crazy people that would, right? If you're driving up to someone, they have like a Clinton sticker on the car or a Trump sticker on their car, right? There are some people that would go up to that car and say crazy stuff, right? Those, my friend, are called crazy people. And when you go crazy and say stuff on the internet, it's mostly like middle-aged boomers too, old ladies and old men, like just scrolling in the middle of the night, just angry about whatever. Maybe the kids aren't calling them. Maybe they haven't seen their grandchildren in a while. I don't know. Maybe the stocks aren't doing very good for their retirement. They adjust their fixed income. I don't know what their problems are. I'm definitely not your problem. I'm just a source of entertainment. If I'm your problem, then we all have a problem because I don't know how that could even be a possibility. But all I can say is, sorry. I don't know. We'll agree to disagree. I think that's about it. There's another phone call. I got another phone call from these crazy people looking to buy a house that I don't even own. I wish I owned this house. I wish I owned the house they were looking for. That would be even better. But needless to say, that's all I got to say about that. So thank you guys for watching. It's been another week. We'll be back on Monday night, or Monday afternoon, 4:30-ish, 4:30, 5 o'clock, the Arty 84 show. We'll be talking about some more cool stuff. So stay tuned there. Make sure you subscribe, like, leave your comments below. And we will see you guys later. Toodles.
Let's get started.